So this initially started as a challenge to build the tallest tower that I could in the game. And I made a lot of mistakes with the stairs and the pathing, and I didn't really know how high up I could build. I had to figure out a lot of things along the way. I still wasn't sure about how exactly things worked. It was a good test bed, and that's where Cloud City came from. I knew going into it that this was going to be more difficult than my new Atlantis build. Here's how I built it. So when you're building, you might want to test out a section to see if the pathing works or not. What you can do is click on it, briefly on pause, and if you still see move order after it's played a little bit, then you're good. Versus when I click here on unpause, then it shows aimless. So I was able to save and reload the game, and now when I click over here and see after pressing play, the character still has the goal of move order, which means that the pathing is still good. Stairs are always tricky to place in Kenshi. The mod CM More Buildings and CM Bridges helps with this a lot with that preset that you saw earlier. Here's another example where the path is not yet completed. So the simple fix is to add more stairs. Let's see what it does. Nothing. Probably have to add a platform at the bottom there. And that did not work. Use the wrong piece here. And that will probably do it. You don't want the step off to be any larger than a normal step here. And now we're looking good. So now, as you can see, the path is complete and it works. A quick leveling trick here. Let's say you're building a section and you want to level it instead of eyeballing it. Take the Y value, which is the elevation value, up and down. You compare the Y value on one platform to the other, choose one, type that value in the box for the other, click anywhere in the box, and you're done. So what I'm going to try to do, instead of creating a shack and expanding the radius outward, I'm going to try putting down an outpost marker and see what happens. There's our town radius in white, and every building in that radius is ours. So I saved and loaded, and the town marker disappeared because I didn't save it as a custom mod. Now before you do any kind of custom mod to the game, realize that they can cause issues, so be careful before doing so. We've got a pretty sizable radius here, so I'm going to hit Save Mod. And as you can see, after placing a couple of small wind generators within our town's radius, the Cloud City icon now shows. Let's double check to make sure it still works. Based on the guys on the roof, looks like we're good. Let's take a look inside. Perfect. And now let's check out the warehouse. It's kind of hard to see, but everything's rendered in properly. So here's a recap of the easy building furnish that you do before placing your town marker. 1. Place the building. 2. Ensure it's level and use your character in the building to make sure it's level. Then choose your building layout from the building layout menu. There's the bar right there. When you're done, place your town marker. And now we're ready to check out Cloud City. Let's take a tour. Being one of the highest spots in Kenshi, if not the highest, Cloud City has spectacular, amazing views during the day and at night, which we'll see in a minute. Building vertically like this was a challenge. I had to make sure that each level was good before building further levels. Here's the Upper District Skeleton Bar, where you can relax your joints after a hard day. Or dance the night away in this club. Here's the middle market and living quarters. Small shacks on the end are some of the living in this section. And the sky bridge for a spectacular view. Speaking of spectacular views, take a look from the upper deck in this market area. This guy looks a bit familiar. Here's a dim and cozy bar. We'll probably fail our next safety inspection, as there are literally no handrails anywhere. Place stairs in your town's radius to render them properly. Many come to pilgrimage at our Sky Temple. Here's the Science Center in town, and it was quite a pain to set up. Adjacent to it are the homes of the wealthy and affluent. Cloud City is a magical place. I'd certainly want to live there. This was fun to make, and I'll have more additions to it in the future. We've got more Let's Build Kenshi videos, and we're going to have more to come. See you next time.